What's up, nerds, and welcome to another Manga Monthly for the month of September 2021. Today we're going to talk about some releases coming out this month, but mostly it's just to strike up conversations in the comments below so we could talk about some of the titles that we're reading or something that we're looking forward to. Now, diving into the manga spectrum, I've discovered that release dates in manga don't really mean anything. Not all the time. They change like without any word. Unlike video games, you don't get a X delayed. You know, you might for the Shonen stuff because that's a little bigger, but for like the normal localization of volumes, they'll just be like, fuck it, we're gonna put it out a month later. And that's what I'm discovering when tracking down news, is that some websites say one release date and another says another, and it's a little too confusing for me, so I'm just gonna do whatever I want. Now, we have 3 new book club titles for this month, and those are Does a Hot Elf Live Next Door to You? Volume 1, Snow White with the Red Hair, Volume 1, and the manga for I've Been Killing Slimes for 300 Years and Maxed Out My Level, Volume 1. Those are the 3 titles for this month. So be sure to read them in the next 2 weeks when we release our episode where Spencer and I will discuss them and open up the floor to you. So we ask that when you do read them, put in the comments of this video your thoughts so that we can read them in the next book club video. Now onto some new publications for this month. These are volume 1s that probably maybe missed your radar, so now you know that they're coming. Yen Press has If the RPG World Had Social Media, Volume 1 light novel. This is a very funny story that I didn't think I'd like because I read the manga and I was like, oh, this is just another RPG isekai, but it's nothing like that. It's very clever and fun and kind of self-aware with what we do now in texting form. But this one character, the hero, only texts people, so everyone kind of has to go along with him as he makes his way towards the Demon Lord and maybe finds love along the way. And now on to Viz. They have Animal Crossing New Horizons Volume 1. This is basically just the game in a manga form. You gotta go to the museum, you gotta build your house, you gotta pay Tom Nook. You got it all in manga. So if you don't like playing the game, maybe you'll like reading the manga. So I'll definitely read this because ain't nobody got time for that game. At least I don't. Also releasing is Mao Volume 1. I am not reviewing this. Spencer is currently reading this for review, but it sounds really cool. Kind of like a fantasy yokai adventure with very, very dramatic themes. I'm definitely looking forward to it, so much so that a little foreshadowing that it might be one of our October book club entries. So keep that on your radar. Don't brew on it too much, but just know a little taste of what's to come. Kodansha has The Girl, the Shovel, and the Evil Eye, Volume 1. It doesn't take much to excite me in the manga universe, but if you have a girl, a shovel, and an evil eye, well, that's gonna grab my interest. This story is about this kid who dies and gets sent to another world. It's not Earth, but he meets a girl and she has a shovel and they go on an adventure. What more do you need to know? What more do you need to know? It's coming out next month, kind of at the tail end, September 28th. They'll also be releasing When Will Ayumu Make His Move, Volume 1. This is about 2 characters, a boy and a girl, who are in a shogi club, and I guess they kind of like each other, or the girl knows the guy likes her, and the guy doesn't really take a hint, but he decides that once he's gonna confess to her of his feelings, he'll need to beat her first, but he really sucks at the game, so maybe that will never happen. It's just a cute little romance. Why not? Why not fill your month up with a little bit of love? And some other releases coming out this month from Viz. We have Dr. Stone Volume 18, Mashal Magic and Muscle Volume 2, which if you're keeping up, last month we had Volume 1 as our book club and Spencer and I definitely liked it, so very much looking forward to Volume 2. We have My Hero Academia Volume 29, Undead Unlock Volume 3, and I believe we have a review of this one on the site, and Yakuza Lover Volume 2. This one, I'm reading it. It's not for me. I'll give you that. It's very sexy one. Like this one opens up and they're already having sex, but Just wait for my review of this one. It's... I don't know about you shoujo nerds. Everybody is like in this conversation in social groups about manipulation and toxic relationships, but every shoujo I have read this past year has included this, which makes me think there's some breaks in communication here. I don't know what you're looking for, but if it's a Yakuza boss who has a lot of stamina and likes to get down and likes to control what he wants and get what he wants, then this one's for you. Just the girl is just so into it too. Wait for my review of it. But if you've read the first one, I think you could probably guess what's coming in this one. I said coming, but I didn't mean it like that. I promise. Kodansha is releasing Girlfriend Volume 5, Blue Lock Volume 7, Rent a Girlfriend Volume 8, and Will It Be Her Volume 9. Will You Be Her is actually really good. I do encourage you read this manga series. I will make it one of the future book club entries for sure. I'm just kind of waiting for it to see how it ends. And yeah, we can go from there. But for right now, really liking it. Lots of fan service for all you fan service lovers out there. But largely September is a pretty quiet month in the manga world. I think looking forward to October is huge. There's just a lot of publications coming out in October, kind of as we lead into November as well, and everybody buys all of their Christmas presents, stacks of manga. But right now, I just like to start off with what I'm currently reading, so you get a glimpse of what my thoughts are without finishing a manga, but halfway through or whatever. So first off, I have To Save the World, Can You Wake Up the Morning After with a Demi-Human. Might get flagged for this one, but it's definitely a sexy one. Definitely a sexy one. I cannot show any of this, actually, but it's okay. If you've read the previous ones, you kind of know, the previous volumes at least, you kind of know what to expect from this volume, but it does introduce some new characters. It kind of raises the stakes for like an enemy, a proper enemy, I guess, but it's still very tongue-in-cheek, sexy, and vulgar. I guess the word would be very vulgar. I should have a review on the site soon of this guy. But yeah, if you've read this series, please let me know in the comments below. I haven't been able to talk about it with anybody, so let me know. And on the completely different spectrum, I'm reading Kirby manga Mania. I think this is volume 1 and volume 2 will be coming out soon in October. This is adorable. This is just, I believe this was released in Japan a very long time ago, and Viz is bringing it over, and they got the shine right there. Perfect for a little Kirby friend. Right back at ya. And just to close it off, I've been finishing up Raw Hero 5. What a fucking crazy manga this is. The whole series, I need to finish it before my thoughts about it are complete, but it's a very strange series. The illustrations in it are really good. I had to check which page I was turning to. But if you've read this series, let's talk about it as well. It's very cool. Very cool. Kind of sexy. But yeah. Let me know what you're reading and we'll talk about it. Thank you so much for watching. I promise this show will evolve over time and we can shape it to the nerdy manga readers that we all now are. So thank you and have a great month.